This episode of Dungeon Crawlers Radio is brought to you by Geek Girl Realty. Are you looking for that fortress of solitude or a cottage in the woods? Geek Girl Realty can help you out. Check them out at www.geekgirlrealty.com.
Dungeon Crawlers.
Welcome, everyone, to another episode of Dungeon Crawlers, where we're on a road trip.
It's Dungeon Crawlers on the go.
So, for
the
those
fast
of you...
food of Dungeon Crawlers.
Yes. For those of you wondering what all the weird background noises is, we're literally in a car, driving from a con.
You know, they tell us as voice actors, some of the best places you can record are from your vehicle because of the sound deadening technology that's already in place. Of course, I'm pretty sure that they mean when the car's being stationary,
yes,
and not at 70 miles an hour.
Yes. Going down the freeway and having other cars pass you, and the noises that all cars make.
We're doing the speed limit.
Yes. Anyways, with that said, there's some really cool things that have been happening in the geek universe. We have The Rise of Skywalker coming out. We have a new installment of Men in Black.
New Spider-Man, because you can't say that every 6 months.
Yes.
Wait.
Avengers Endgame has gone back into the theaters with an extra 6 minutes and a special end credit tribute to Stan Lee, which, in my opinion, should have been there in the first place.
Isn't it coming out on digital here at the end of the month?
Yeah. This is a blatant money grab, so that Disney and Marvel can make Endgame beat James Cameron's Avatar, which is kind of funny because now that they've acquired Fox, they own that anyways. So whatever. So if you want to see the extra 6 minutes, go see it in theaters again. If you just want to wait till you can buy it on Blu-ray and DVD, do that. Because that's what I'm going to do. Just because... Well, I wasn't as impressed with it. I did go see it a second time. I did catch a few things, but the whole time travel thing still bugs me.
Hey, and there's a lot of good movies out right now. You got the Aladdin.
Yes.
You've got... What else we have? We have Men in Black. You just mentioned
Men in Black. Toy Story's out.
Toy Story 4.
Yes.
Amazing reviews. Toy Story, stop playing with our hearts.
That's just Pixar. Plain and simple. Pixar plays with your heartstrings no matter what.
Do you think this will be the last one? Because I really felt like Toy Story 3 was kind of the... It felt so conclusive.
If this makes money, they're going to go, maybe we should do a 5. And then eventually it's going to be like, all those Friday the 13th movies where it just keeps coming back.
Except the problem is, it's still like a good movie.
I know.
Like if you lost plot, I could understand, but...
Yes. So I haven't seen it yet, but we'll see. There's other great films coming. John Wick 3 is out. That was fantastic. If that's your cup of tea, a fast-paced action movie with guns and explosions and Keanu Reeves, and you've got it. My opinion, 3 is much better than 2, but 2 was a setup for 3 so of course it's going to be better.
That's how the 2s usually are.
Yeah. So, there's other cool things out there. Tom Welling is talking about how he would really love to come into the Arrowverse as Bruce Wayne / Batman, which I think would be fantastic. I think he's got the age, he's got the build for it, especially now. He was a little bit more scrawnier in Smallville, playing Clark Kent, eventually making it to Superman, excuse me. But after, like you said earlier, after seeing him in Lucifer as playing Kane, he's got the build.
Man, hashtag Bat Tom, I could totally go for that.
I think he could totally do it. He's got the chops for it.
He's also got the build now. I'm so accustomed to seeing him in Smallville when he showed up in Lucifer. I'm not saying fat. I'm not saying fat.
No,
I'm saying
ripped.
Muscular. He just broad-shouldered. I'm like, dang, Superman.
He looked more like a football player.
Yeah, he really did.
So it would be really cool to see that. And I know with season 8 coming up, it's only half a season, and then Arrow is wrapped up and done.
Can't believe it's been on the air so long.
So it's going to be interesting to see where they go.
But with the rise of the Batwoman, or is it just Batwoman?
It's
Batgirl?
Batwoman.
Batwoman.
Yeah, Batgirl is different. There's Batgirl and Batwoman. So that TV series is going to be coming out. So I mean, it's okay for Arrow to go out.
Yeah.
We've got Supergirl, we've got The Flash, we've got Batwoman coming in, and him playing Batman in the Arrow could tie into him playing Batman in Batwoman, kind of guest starring in there as Bruce or Batman. I think that would be fantastic.
I don't know. Like I'm kind of holding my breath because I'm excited that they're bringing in the Batwoman storyline.
Yes.
But at the same time, I also am in love with the Batman.
Yes.
And it's going to be hard to see how they justify his disappearance, his missingness.
Yeah. We'll have to see how they pull that.
I mean, with Superman, it was always, he's in that other city.
Yeah.
And we could really focus on Supergirl.
On Supergirl and where she was at. Yeah.
It was nice.
It was. And she was working for Catco, while he was at Daily Planet, and they kind of brought him in occasionally to guest star.
Yeah. But even then, like, there were still a lot of mentions to him. Here, like, the only mentions to Batman, especially in the Batwoman trailer, are he's gone.
Yeah.
Just gone.
Yeah.
And so
So we'll have to see how they handle that. The only one hokey thing I have with the whole Supergirl Superman, that if you watch season 1 and the intro, and when she comes out of the capsule and you see the shadow of Superman, because they couldn't show who it was because they hadn't casted it, that shadow does not look like our current Superman, like Tyler Hoechlin that they had playing Superman. That dude was much more muscular. So it's like he went on a diet and lost some muscle mass. And I don't like the way they have his costume. His costume bugs me. The weird straps holding his cape. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll admit, it's not the best costume I've ever seen. But again, I don't know.
I mean, her costume is amazing. His just seems hokey. But whatever. Okay. So we got those things.
I also love the Batwoman's costume.
Yes, very realistic, very solid, which is why I'd really like to see Tom Welling as Batman with a good, solid Batman costume. And not saying any of them have been bad. Ben Affleck's Batman costume was great. So was Christian Bale's. We got to be a little bit questionable on some of the bat nipple Batman costumes with George Clooney and Val Kilmer.
Now, hold on. I do have a question for you then.
Yes.
So now the Batwoman, going off on a tangent from the Tom Welling Batman.
Okay.
Would this Batman be in the Supergirl alternate universe, or would this be in the Arrowverse?
No, so Batwoman is in Supergirl's
reality.
Earth 38, yes.
Because they keep mentioning the dude with pointy ears in the Arrowverse.
Yeah, I mean, they have made mention to Gotham and Batman and Bruce Wayne in the Arrowverse. So Arrowverse consists of Legends of Tomorrow and Arrow and The Flash.
Right.
Supergirl, which was on CBS, which they do own CW, that was separate, but then they kind of combined them when Supergirl moved over there.
Right.
But they still kept her in her own world. Superman's in that world, and Batwoman's in that world.
Okay, so technically, they could still have... Well, no, I guess they're now saying that Batman's missing in that world, too. This world, maybe Batman is... I don't know, I could see how they could still keep with the... He's missing, he's not.
Like, so I don't know.
Tom Welling could show up in the Arrowverse, so I could see that.
Yeah, so we'll have to see. And maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm wrong that maybe Batwoman is... Hold on. Let me kind of rewind back. No, I think I could be wrong if
well, either way.
I think with the crossover, maybe because Oliver did go to Gotham, so maybe it is in the Arrowverse version. Batwoman is on that Earth.
Okay.
And it's only Supergirl that's displaced, but they do make a lot of mention to Batman and to Gotham in Supergirl.
So, obviously, maybe we could have one Batman missing, the other Batman still present. Then you could have him cross over, and still be able to meet with Batgirl and not take away from the Batgirl storyline.
Batwoman. Batgirl's,
yeah. Batwoman is Barbara.
Yeah, Barbara, and this is Cassandra Cain, which is Bruce's cousin. So there's some awesome opportunities. I do think the DC universe on TV is solid.
Yeah.
They are making headway in the DC movie universe, They definitely got a lot to do.
Well, they do great with their secondary. Well, I don't want to even say secondary characters. Secondary to Batman and Superman.
Yeah.
In the movies, all the movies aside from Batman and Superman are awesome.
Yeah.
You know, you've got an awesome, amazing Aquaman. You've got an amazing
Wonder Woman.
It's just
We'll have to see about Flash. I'm not too certain about their choice in Flash and how they've done Flash in the movie.
big fan of Shazam.
Shazam was fantastic. The only problem I see is, they started this Justice League and then they got rid of their Batman. And now they've casted Robert Pattinson, Edward, as Batman. Now, granted, the guy can act. He's been in several movies that he can act. I'm sure he's a Batman fan, and this is a great opportunity for him to show that he's not a sparkly vampire and some emo weird.
It's still hard.
Thing.
It is so hard to let go of my preconceived
I know,
notions.
and maybe that's why he's doing this, so
Hey,
that he can get out of that shadow.
You know what? If they did not play it off like a Rachel Dawes character swap, like an actor swap with the same character, if they pulled it off where Batman died, where Batman went missing, where Batfleck, there's a reason why he is no longer in the movie verse, and say this other guy was Nightwing. I could see him as a Nightwing who even takes over for the Batman
And
with the
that
Penguin
does
power.
happen. That does happen.
Exactly. That does happen in some of the
in the
timelines.
comic. Batman does die. He gets hit by the Omega Beam from Darkseid, and he dies. And then, Nightwing, Dick Grayson, does take over as Batman.
See, and I could see him as a Robin or a Nightwing. I could really see Robert as one of those characters.
Yeah.
And then I could see him, okay, I'm growing up, I'm taking on this other mantle.
But owning up at, doing Batman, I don't know. I mean, yes, if they kind of restart the Batman as a year one, or he's just freshly Batman, maybe they could pull it off that way. But again, they've already established a Batman.
Yeah.
And, we still have the same Aquaman. We still have the same Wonder Woman. Now, we don't even know if we have the same Superman.
Well, in all fairness, you go back to the 89 Batman, like, we established 3 different Batmen?
Yeah.
Or was it 4? Was it 4? It was 4, right?
4, yeah. You're right.
I mean, what? We kept swapping.
Batman was all over the place.
Like, it was just a character actor of the
No,
of the
it
year,
was 3.
right?
It was 3. It was Michael Keaton, Val Kilmer, and then George Clooney. And then it kind of died. Yeah. I mean, my favorite out of all of those is the very first Batman.
Oh, yeah. That 89 was just...
Batman Returns with, still Michael Keaton, but with the Penguin, with Danny DeVito as the Penguin, and Michelle Pfeiffer as Catwoman, and then Christopher Walken in that. It just seemed like a mess. And I get that Batman has a lot of villains that show up all at the same time, but it was a lot. And it didn't go very well. It wasn't very cohesive. The weird penguins with rockets on their back.
I love the molds. Those were beautiful puppets. Like, those were just gorgeous.
But, and then you jump to Val Kilmer with Tommy Lee Jones as Two-Face. And, and then that was the part that was really jarring for me. Not only did we get a new Batman, but, Two-Face, we know, is Harvey Dent. Harvey Dent is Two-Face. But in the first Batman movie, we're introduced to Harvey Dent, which is played by the same guy that plays Lando Calrissian, for crying out loud. And then suddenly he's Tommy Lee Jones. How is that believable? He just happens to be the same guy named Harvey Dent. And then we got Jim Carrey as the Riddler, and it didn't work for me. I would have rather seen, like, a Robin Williams as the Riddler.
Gosh, that would have been an interesting...
I couldn't do it. The current guy, even though I'm not a huge fan of Gotham, the people they have playing the Penguin and Edward Nygma, man, they're spot on. I really like the guy who they have picked out to play Nygma.
It's still bad, though, because with Gotham, I'm so grateful that it's done. Like, I hate to say that, because I was so invested into the show, and that last season was rough. Like, honestly, it's been rough for a little while. Yeah. Those characters, again, the actors, the acting, beautifully done. It was so hard.
The scripting and...
It was hard with the scripting there at the end, because they were trying to take these established characters and morph it so much. Like, it was just so different, and they killed off so many. They killed off... Scarface, kills me that they killed that person. And the Killer Croc, I just feel like there's so much amazing potential there that it just didn't quite reach the Batman level. And I understand, but at the same time, I'm grateful for what we got, but I'm also kind of thankful that it's over, because now I can look back on it and be like, okay, yeah, that was kind of a fun series, but I was too invested.
I get it. Again, just a reminder, folks, we're on the road. That's why you're hearing crazy noises like turn signals while we're discussing this. So,
yes, this is News on the Go. Along with News on the Go, as you mentioned Jim Carrey, I just want to throw something out there. I am praying, because I loved him in the Sonic trailer. I'm not going to lie. I know a lot of people saw him and just went, oh, no.
Yeah.
I think that's the only thing about the Sonic trailer that I actually liked, but I loved seeing him in that role, and I pray that he does carry that through, and that it is
so this is the
as
thing.
a Robotnik. Like, that's just...
I haven't even gotten to see Detective Pikachu. Don't even have a desire to go look at it.
I do.
I'm even less inclined to go see the Sonic movie, because I remember the wonderful video game movie we got called Super Mario Brothers. And I feel like this is just going to be a repeat of that. Nothing against Bob Haskins, played Mario, or who played
Anthony,
Koopa?
It's Leguizamo, right?
Leguizamo was Luigi, but I can see the guy that played Koopa, because he was in Waterworld. He was the villain in Waterworld too.
Great actor.
And he was also in Speed. Anyways, it's going to come to me after we finish this. But
it was just weird. It was really weird.
The Koopas, they're in the elevator, and they're getting them to sway to the music. The bomb. The bomb was the only thing that actually looked like it came from the video game. Everything else looked like they don't even have this. Okay, so this is the one thing that
they took the model and said, "Here, let's make a movie around this." Nothing else needs to be said.
I mean, the one thing that actually caught me is like, now I went back and watched it. All the vehicles run on electricity, and it finally hit me why, as an adult. None of the dinosaurs died. There's no fossil fuel.
Wow.
So there's no gasoline.
Wow.
So that's why everything runs on electricity. And that hit me as I was watching it again, because I had to show my kids this horrible movie. They're like, they made a Mario Brothers movie? I'm like, yep, let's watch it. But yeah.
Famous last words.
I'm just sitting here like, it like dawned on me, like a light bulb went off in my head. Cause I'm like, why the heck is everything on electricity? That's why. Dinosaurs never died. There's no fossil fuels, so they don't have those. There's no natural gas. There's no gasoline. There's no oil. So, yeah. Anyways.
Oh, we better wrap this. We better do a news wrap-up.
Yes. Anyways. So, there's some great movies out there. The box office is suffering this summer because there's not a lot of amazing stuff that people are really connecting with.
Which is funny. I'm really looking forward to
some of the movies are just kind of subpar. Like, no one wants to run out to see Aladdin because they've already seen it. It's the only thing different is there's a new song, and it's Will Smith as the genie.
The actors, it's like, why would you go see a play, a high school play or a community play of, like, I don't know, Harvey Rabbit? You go see it for the different actors, for the different experience.
You can see that. You can wait till it comes out on Redbox and pay $1.
That's true.
Because they already know the story. It's not something new. Men in Black, same thing. Yeah, it's different actors, a little bit different story, but world's under threat. It's going to be destroyed. Got to save the day. It's the same story. Just a different way of doing it. So I'm really hoping things will pick up with some of these newer movies like Spider-Man. Spider-Man's definitely going to be a newer story because we're going to see Mysterio for the first time. Get to see Jake Gyllenhaal come in as that character.
I was worried about that costume.
That costume looks amazing.
It is.
It looks spot on.
So I saw the toy, and even the toy is like, wow, I don't collect a lot of 6-inch figures, but that one.
Yeah. I do like kind of where they're going. I want to see what they're doing. It looks like there is still some good comedy in there. Like you see the little small snippet, and Aunt May throws a banana at Peter. He's like, you can dodge bullets, but you can't dodge a banana. Which I think is fantastic. I like the fact that May knows.
Yeah.
Because in the comic book, she always knew, but she just never said anything. And it was this big secret that Peter kept.
Well, she didn't know right at the beginning.
And you're right. And he always felt bad about it. But I like that they've taken that equation out. He doesn't have to have that guilt. But I do want to see how they play that out, especially with like the 5-year gap. I do know Tom Holland is really trying to push for a Spider-Verse movie.
Wait, did Aunt May disappear in the?
We don't know.
So we don't.
So
know.
they've got to explain that too. I do know. The weird thing is most of Peter's friends did disappear in
the core.
Yeah,
the core friends
which is,
all did.
Yeah, that's kind of statistically almost impossible.
Oh, come on. There's 5 of them.
You're right, but half the universe dies, and all 5 of them are part of that half.
Yeah, it's like pulling the lottery. Hey, each one of the actors got cast. That's a more slim chance.
Yeah, I feel bad for Ant-Man's little the actress that plays Ant-Man's daughter, because now she's been pretty much written out of a part for all future movies, and we have this older Cassie. But anyway, let us know what movies you're looking forward to. Stay tuned, because we got some really awesome interviews coming from Gaming Con that we got with Die Hard Dice and with Phantom Zone posters, which I fortunately got some really awesome movie posters, which I'm going to get into framed up and will be soon on my wall.
I'll be ordering from them very, very shortly.
Yes, so with that said, stay tuned, and we'll catch you next time.
We're out of here.
Dungeon crawlers.